Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in to Midway University, and we are for a new rendition of Media Day with the River States Conference. I am the disembodied voice of Clay Cunningham off camera because we're too overstuffed with content here with our three ladies here. Go ahead and introduce yourselves to the public at large.
I'm Holly Johnstone.
I'm Jameela, Shalash.
I'm Mollie, Spillman.
Okay, girls, and so big difference from this year to previous years. You girls are coming off a year where you did qualify for the River States Conference tournament. Is that, I don't know, you're going, does that change your headspace or whatever going into the year, having that proverbial monkey off the back going into this season?
For me, I know it definitely does. We have a lot of our starting lineup coming back this year, as well as quite a few new freshmen that have quite a bit of talent. I feel like taking those initial players and adding in some extra talent as well, we have a really good chance of keeping that connection between each other, which is really important because all our chemistry is just going to really lift us up for the next season.
Okay. Does anybody else have any elaboration to give?
Basically the same. I think it's good that we have all of our starting defenders coming back, most of all of our starters. I think that'll really help us going through this season.
Yeah, and from previous season, we're just building. So we got a little bit higher this 2 years ago. Last year we made it, so we're going to just keep building off of that.
And yeah, not just like having experience, but I know there's a great amount of continuity with this group. So is that, I mean, how much easier is it to just sort of hit the ground running when you get into the practice season when you guys have so much experience together?
Yeah,
It makes it a lot easier, just knowing who you're playing with, knowing the players. It just makes, like she said, the chemistry a lot easier. You know how people are going to play with you, and it's just building off their strengths and their weaknesses since you know it. So it makes it a lot easier for us.
Okay, and I don't know if you guys have seen the preseason poll, but you were predicted to finish 6th this year. I don't know if you have any initial thoughts on that preseason ranking.
I feel like we can be higher than 6th for sure, but I guess it all just depends on how the other teams are too, but I think we can be definitely top 4, if not higher.
Yeah. Just make it up there, and then we'll see in the conference tournament how it goes.
It's been a lot of changes this year, not only across other teams, but our team as well. So hopefully we can bump that level a little bit higher for us.
Okay, and so last year when we did this, one of your teammates, who thankfully was not asked back, I just asked for like a final statement about, just give some thoughts on the year, and somebody who may or may not be a certain one of you's roommates said something just very vitriolic that we had, just toe-curlingly nasty. So I think I want to go out on a more higher note to spread love, just on a global level. I don't know if we have any accent experts on here, but Holly here is our native Australian. I've never been to Australia, but I've pieced together some things, so I thought maybe you, based on my knowledge of the country, if you could read this message to the people back home, to really...
What? Right, let's pop by the cinema to see Wolf Creek on our way to the Silverchair concert.
Perfect. I don't know, Coach, if you can hear, that is that Australian pipeline bursting open. Yes. Thanks to that delightfully read message from Holly Johnstone. I'll take that back. Well, thank you, girls. Give a wave to the people, and that will be the player portion. Wrap up here, but you won't have to wait till tomorrow, Silverchair, to hear from head coach Sherrill Smith, because he's sitting right here.
Yes.
Sherrill Smith, veteran coach of the Midway Women's Soccer Program. I believe this is year 10?
Year 10.
Year 10.
A decade.
In a decade here at lovely, picturesque Midway University coming in this year, Coach, with maybe some heightened expectations. Kind of talked about the girls, but you kind of got over that hump, made the conference tournament for the first time in a while last year. Just, do you feel a sense of relief going into the year, having that particular goal taken care of?
Definitely feel that we're approaching the season with a different attitude, and our practice after just 2 days has been amazing. To put it in real perspective is trying to fill in the gaps that I felt like were needed last year, And with the recruiting that I think I've done and the girls' experience from last year that are now sophomores, I think this could be a banner year for us.
And just talking about a little bit, offensively, I know obviously Haley Applegate was a big breakthrough for you last year. Are you looking to lean on her again this year, or there may be some other pieces too that you think?
Yeah, we are. We're when you have a talent like her, you never want to move away from it. So we're looking at some different formations to enhance what she's capable of, but not to totally rely on her either. Looking at more of a tandem up front to really put it all together.
Who are some other people that you think, obviously going to be rotation, but who's going to be part of that tandem?
We have several. We have several that we feel that can fill that gap. We're looking at just a variety of girls in that position. Just to name a few, though, I'd rather not do that at this point because I'm still looking at the positions early on, and I know this will be coming out soon. But I think we have several young ladies that can be up there with Haley to really make a difference.
And I know, I talked with the girls too about, the sixth place finishing. It was kind of a little bit of a long jam there in the middle, obviously, get some of your, IUK and Ryo at the top, but like the middle seems to be a little wide open. How well do you feel right now that you fit in with that kind of middle group?
Yeah, I feel that we're definitely in the middle. Probably more, I would look at more of a 4 than a 6. But the bottom line is I want us to improve upon last year and continue to grow as a program. And I feel like the recruiting process has really been good for us. We have a lot of girls from all over the United States representing Midway University this year. And a recruiting class this year of about 17 girls. And also I was really concerned about a goalkeeper because we graduated one of our starters. But I think we're piecing that together now.
Okay, and I guess just lastly, most people don't really have an answer for this, but do you have a set win-loss total? Or I know you mentioned, I said top 4, but do you have anything that you said this is what would constitute a successful season, or is that always going to be sort of?
It's out there. I'll put it down on paper as we get closer, and I always do that before each season. But I'm really looking forward to what we bring to the pitch this year. And conditioning was one of the things I spoke highly of during the summer. And it looks like those young ladies took my advice and have been working hard. So we will see more as we get closer to game time.
And you'll see it on a new turf field on campus.
On a new turf field. And I want to thank, our administration, our trustees, for helping move us along with this. It's going to be a great field, a venue that I think we're all going to be proud of. And I'm just looking at being a part of that and seeing our girls grow on that field and representing Midway University to the highest level.
Coach, thank you for joining us
You're
here
welcome.
for
You're welcome.
Women's Soccer River States Conference Digital Media Day. I've been Clay Cunningham. You've been the best. This is the end of the interview. Thank you. Perfect.